They call it the devil's pea, the lethal legume. You call it the peanut.
What?
It seems like recently there's been an avalanche of bad news surrounding peanuts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, what is that? So we ask the question, are peanuts really that dangerous? On today's Medical Moment.
I'm Dr. Idris.
I'm Dr. Jamel.
And this is today's Medical Moment.
This is today's Medical Moment.
That's right.
And so, the question, are peanuts really that dangerous? I don't know. The answer is yes and no. For most people, peanuts are not that dangerous, but for a small minority of people, peanuts can be dangerous. The two hazards really surrounding peanuts are choking and anaphylaxis. When it comes to anaphylaxis, which is really what most of the talk surrounding peanuts and the dangers of peanuts now are focused on, the risk is really not that great. About 1.1% of Americans actually have peanut allergies. So another way to look at that is 98.9% of Americans don't have peanut allergies. And of that 1.1% of Americans that do have peanut allergies, not all have severe allergies. Now,
and that's what anaphylaxis is.
Exactly. Anaphylaxis is as severe a reaction as you can get, you know?
Absolutely.
Now, in fairness, allergic reactions by definition are unpredictable. And what that means is, if you have a peanut allergy, you may just get a scratchy throat one day, and you may go into anaphylactic shock the next day. And so people who have peanut allergies don't necessarily know if they have a serious or a severe allergy or not. But about 1.1% of Americans have a peanut allergy. Now, when it comes to peanut allergies, Americans are probably some of the most allergic on the globe. Because if you look at other countries, people in Denmark, for example, have peanut allergies to a much lesser extent. About 0.3% of Danish people have peanut allergies.
About and this be related to the popularity of peanuts.
Exactly. Well, this is true. This is true.
But
about 0.4% of Israelis have peanut allergies, and 0.5% of French people have peanut allergies. So here in America, we tend to be a little bit more allergic to peanuts just as a general rule. But then there's the concern about anaphylaxis, and that's really where all of this talk comes. And so what is anaphylaxis? Well, first of all, anaphylaxis is, like we said, a severe reaction. So if you have an anaphylactic reaction to peanuts, basically you eat peanuts, and then there is this histamine-mediated response, whereby, for all intents and purposes, you have cardiovascular collapse, and the smooth muscles in your airways spasm, and so you can't breathe, and your heart is having a difficult time pumping, and that's why anaphylaxis can be so dangerous.
And it happens so quickly.
And yeah, when you go into anaphylactic shock, it happens very quickly. But the reality is, only about 130 Americans die annually from anaphylaxis secondary to peanut exposure. And so, are peanuts really that dangerous? When you look at it from the standpoint of anaphylaxis, for most people, no. For some people, yes. The second concern surrounding peanuts is choking. And of the two concerns, this is actually the one that I'm a little bit more concerned about
most people,
as a parent. Exactly.
Yeah.
Peanuts can cause choking for one very simple reason. The length or diameter of most peanuts is larger than the diameter of most airways. The average trachea in an adult is going to be about 1 centimeter. But in babies, it's going to be 0.4 centimeters, and in children, anywhere from 0.4 to 0.8. To give you an example, the average straw is about 0.6 centimeters in diameter. So you figure most kids, their trachea or their airway is about 0.6 centimeters or the average diameter of a straw. Imagine getting a peanut lodged in a straw. If it gets lodged in there, it takes some doing,
and
but if it gets lodged in there, you can't get it out. Exactly. And so that's one of the big dangers associated with peanuts, choking. Now again, only 25 children annually, on average, die in the U.S. from choking. And not all of those children even choke on peanuts. And so again, there is a risk, but it's not a huge risk. And when you do see choking deaths in children, about a third of them occur in infants, and 3/4 occur in children below the age of 3 when they have those very small, thin trachea. And so the two dangers really surrounding peanuts are the danger of anaphylaxis and the danger of choking. And the reality is,
It's not that common.
it's really not that
something
common.
to be aware of, but it's not
Exactly.
overly common.
And so, are peanuts dangerous? I mean, we see you, Mr. Peanut. We know. Okay, calm down, Mr. Peanut.
Calm down.
Peanuts
Calm down.
can be dangerous, but for most people, they're not. And that's today's medical moment.
As always, stay healthy, guys, and don't be afraid of peanuts.